is the 6th step to rock your profile, to have a really nice profile. Everybody has a profile here? Yes? You have 2. Increasing your chances.
Actually, I've been trying to delete one.
I know. But then you don't have the email address or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that before.
So I will be able.
So yeah, so that's our CEO. And essentially, you want your profile to stand out. So your image, your profile summary. The summary is where I was saying that you should write why you want to change industry. So 6 simple steps. That's it, to stand out. First thing, professional photo. You get 14 times more views if you have not a professional in terms of professional, but like a headshot photo where you inspire trust. Second, headline. So headline can be your job title or it can be what you're looking at, something like this. So for example, if you're looking at the top, at the next job, you can also write, to keep the same example, looking forward to be the next brand manager and help organization branding themselves or something like this. Looking for the next. Compelling summary. So summary is just about you. Your added value as an individual to an organization. So it's not your job description, it's a mix of everything. So it can be what you want to achieve on the short term and the long term. It can be your qualities. It can be about your job title as well, if you're working and want to leverage this. So it depends on your objective, but this is essentially how you're going to sell yourself to your audience from a recruitment perspective or a business perspective. For example, when I train salespeople who are using LinkedIn for business development, what I tell them is think about your audience. What do they want to know? What your clients want to know? They don't want to know that you've hit your target. They don't want to know that you made a massive sale. They want to know you can help them. And it's the same with you. So if your next employer wants to know that you can motivate a team, that you can make their company grow. So essentially utilizing the achievement you had in the past also in the summary, because it's the first thing that they're going to read.
And we recommend to keep it short, 40 words only.
40 words. Let's say that, like we use, depends on the audience. We use more and more mobile. So sometimes it's true that maybe the hiring manager is on the go and he's reading on mobile. So you want the juice of what you want to say to appear essentially on a phone thing. But then you have more options if you want. Mine is not too long as well, if you see. You can write it longer. But let's say for people to keep their attention, let's say they mustn't be like more than 2 paragraphs, let's say. Cool. As I mentioned, detailing your previous experience. So every job you had that is relevant to your industry, listing it out there, because you could be missing out to appear in a job search just because you forgot to list one previous experience. Adding skills, this we've seen, and you see people can endorse you for skills.
I see now LinkedIn is allowing people who have worked with you, because in the past anyone can just go and endorse your skills.
Yeah.
And now it's only allowing people you've known, worked with.
You have to justify, but you don't have to have worked together. We could be like, I think you just have to justify, right? I double check, but yeah, you just have to justify a little bit more. Before you could have endorsed people for firefighting, whatever, even made up things. Yes, we did that as a joke at LinkedIn a lot. So maybe that's why. So it is, and then listing any extra project, any volunteering experience, if you had your own company or anything, listing it out there. Anything that shows the skills that your next employer wants to see. So essentially to just, yes.
From the last few audience. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
She's asking, should somebody be posters?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, that's hi Caroline. That's your profile. So it's just you speaking. So I do that. I've achieved that. Blah blah blah. Absolutely. From a you want to install a personal relationship with your audience, so it will be in first person. Thanks, Annette. So to summarize, qualification next to the names, the qualifications, BSc, what is BSc?
Bachelor of Science.
Like your type, yeah. Hi Yusuf. So it's not really required. Like the ideal way of doing it, especially for leveraging the platform and the way people search for you, is to write your name, where your name is, your summary, where your summary is, and your education, where the education is. So your bachelor or your master's should be in the education sector. Why? Because if you write it close to your name, and I'm a recruiter, and I must find only people, for example, with business degree, with MBA, for example, and you wrote it on your profile, and I just put the filter as a university, I will not find you. So they're putting the information out there, but it won't work very well. So yeah, you're welcome. So just use the university section. So to wrap up on that part of rocking your profile, it's very simple, like 6 steps that takes you 20 minutes. But just remember of maybe sitting down first, thinking, okay, what a recruiter or a hiring manager or a CEO wants to see in their candidate. Even taking a job description that you see on LinkedIn for a position that you like, and see the keywords. For a brand manager, which are the keywords, this and that, and try to fill it into your profile. Because this way you're much more marketable for them, and they have a stronger justification when presenting you to the hiring manager for an interview.